It looks like at Camp Pendleton in Southern California, we have the Marines testing a slew of new products, these new weapons, around 50 advanced weapons. They only talk about a handful, but I guarantee you they have some things here that are going to be pretty crazy. You're looking at one, okay, this little mini tank that can deploy from another vehicle that's weaponized and ran remote control, can carry up to 600 pounds, hit the beach, take off up the hillside, and bullets aren't going to do the job with shutting this thing down. You're going to need a higher grade explosive. It's going to change the battlefront. If you can think about storming the beaches of Normandy and now having all robots and weapons that are rolling up, boats. They're testing a speedboat submarine. So this thing's going to creep underwater this whole time. They can surface, roll right up onto the beach out of nowhere, open up a door, and then let loose a bunch of these mini tanks that come rolling out and storming the beach. Gatling gun up there on the top of the hillside isn't going to necessarily shut this thing down right out the gate. This is going to take a bunch of those shots versus a human. This is removing the loss of life factor. And if you were somebody on the other side of this, this would be a scary thing to see rolling out on your beaches as these things just surface and show up. With their testing this, oddly enough, guess where? Camp Pendleton, Southern California. This is the same area I've witnessed those flights taking off from that have been coming out here and circling. Now, whether that is connected to this is a whole different story. I don't know why they would be out there circling one spot of the ocean unless they were testing something specifically right there. And it doesn't rule out that there's still not something out there. But those flights have been generating from this region. And to know that this is where they've been testing these toys the past 2 weeks is interesting. So they've got all types of gadgets that they look to put on display here. And I just wanted to make note of it and make note of where they're testing this stuff at. All kinds of different weapons here. There's more details here at the link. But, I've talked about some of the simple things you could create out there that I know that they could do. Like, let's take a drone, not weaponized. Let's take a drone that you can fly and say we're flying over the coast and say there's a shipwreck or there's a pack of dolphins. And we can see that from the drone, and that's beautiful. Well, how about we can dive down into the water? The arms fold back, simply retract back into where this thing becomes a sub, waterproof, up to like 100 feet. And we can now go underwater and explore, swim next to the dolphins, go down next to the shipwreck, do some exploration, get all that footage. You see what I'm saying? That would be amazing technology. Could you imagine adding that to something like FPV, first person, with the goggles, where you get to sit on the beach and then take off flying and see something like that, or even off of a boat, and be able to dive down and explore and then simply rise back up to the surface, switch the wings back over, fly off. It's rather simple. I think that somebody out there by now should have already created this, but I don't know. Once again, I guess it comes down to having the money to make these things, patents and all that good stuff. But just that idea, without a weapon on it, that could be utilized in a lot of ways. If you had something that could go from the air to underwater, back up to the air, it's pretty slick. There's not many other things out there that would be able to keep up with that. So, just wanted to make note of the weapons they're testing down here in the area, once again, where it's happening. I will continue to update if we hear any information pertaining to any of the other weapons or gadgets coming out of here. If you guys get anything you want me to report on, let me know, dabu7yahoo.com. Make sure to tune in to Underground World News Live, 8 p.m. Eastern, Dabu77. Much love, y'all.